Good morning, everyone. I'm sure I'm looking a little rough today. I am still very tired. We went to look at a piece of property yesterday. I'll put up a couple pictures of the scenery out there. We don't know if it's going to work out or not, but we'll see. There's some things that need attended to out there, and it's not bad. Just a lot of what ifs and we don't know kind of thing. I need to put some bird food in my feeder, because they emptied it yesterday while the cats were away. Tucked away in the house. Hi, Simba. I didn't know you was out here. No, get down. No, you don't get a bird feed. Not for you to trap them. No. Okay. It's gonna be one of those days. We got some rain and a little wind last night. Not too bad a wind, probably 50-mile-an-hour winds. Between 50 and 60. Nothing really got hurt. Of course, my dahlias get ripped around. They're just not doing very well this year. And I think a lot of it is because of the storms we've had. You know, the wind. Let me put this back in my greenhouse. So we'll take a walk around the garden. I think I have some tomatoes to pick, and we have our first yellow pepper. Pretty sure it's yellow or orange. I know I have a lot of beans in here that need picked. I have some tomatoes to pick. Everything's looking pretty. They love the rain, you know that. Everything loves the rain. Having a problem with this. She got brown spots, and I had to pick off a lot of leaves, and I didn't get her sprayed before the rain. I may do that today before she gets any worse, because look at, and you know what? It's when we get that really hot, humid weather, that's when I start getting brown spots on my leaves, and you know, the heat just, and the humidity. And for the first time, I have the mildew on my columbine. I'll have to spray it for that too. I don't know if it's because it's in here, but anyway, I'll spray it. It'll get cut back anyway when fall comes. And let's see. Oh, the sun patients are happy. They like where they're at, and this is all coming along good. This is real pretty here. And then I've got that funneled into the fence, just like I did the other side. Look at the English lavender that I planted with seed. They're coming up really well. And this one's coming back. This was a different one. I can't remember the name. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of my seeded ones that I seeded. And this one has been very happy. This one didn't get the brown spots or anything. I think because it gets a little more shade than what the full sun gets out there in the garden. I have to look at something, and I'm scared that it might have got clipped. Oh no, there it is. My Pegasus, I'm so proud of her. She's blooming now and looking so pretty. These are the nasturtiums. Since I put them out here in the sun, the blooms on them were crazy yesterday. They were really pretty before the rain came. So they'll flush back out. Oh, this is gonna be gorgeous. Look at this dahlia. She's not completely out yet. She's not completely done blooming, but I know this is going to be probably the best of my garden this year. These are doing fine, but they're little. They're not very big this year. And that, you know what? That's okay. It's been kind of a funky year because I need to post her back up. Let me do that real quick. She's leaning. I'm gonna cut back my earworm because it's pretty much all done. The bees loved the earworm. They just loved it. Okay, let me see where I'm at here. A little bit, oh, I think that was a tuber. Maybe I get down there. Yeah. Oh, she is gonna be a beauty. She's gonna be a real beauty. I just can't wait to show you when she gets all done blooming out. She's taken her time. She started blooming about a week ago. I seen her petals start to open. She's got another bud right here. And maybe once I pick this one, because I will put this one in the vase, because they'll last longer out here than out here in the wild with all the bugs and stuff. They'll want to eat her. My plants over here that I planted, oh, they're doing great. They are doing so great. A couple mornings ago, I was out here, and a lot of my New Guinea impatiens, they were just drooped. They were completeless. These stems were laying over, and this one too, like that, just melted. And so I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to put them in a pot. I don't want to lose them because I plan on wintering them over. And also the fuchsia, I don't know, she may be completely dead. You know, that happens. So I pulled these, I dug them out, bone dry. I'm telling you, bone dry on the roots. There was about that much of the soil that was wet on top. Oh my goodness, look how black that is. Ooh-wee, that needs attention. Anyway, I pulled them out, bone dry. About an inch of it was wet on top. And when I water back here every evening, I puddle it because I know we're in a drought. We're still in a drought. Even though we get rain, we're still in a drought. Well, it was bone dry, so that means that the roots haven't been getting any water at all. I went ahead and dug them out, and I took the hose and I sprayed water on the roots of them real good. I got them completely soaked, their roots, and I put them in a container. And look how beautiful they're looking right now. They are doing very well. So what I did, I took this hose and I made a pond out of this plot here. I just flooded it. And the next morning I came out, which would have been yesterday morning, I came out, everything was standing up and happy. And it was like, wow, what a difference. Yeah, I guess I have to make sure that water is actually soaking into the ground, because if it's not, it does no good to even water if it doesn't soak into the ground. So I made it very muddy and very pond-like, and they are all happy. Look, asters are thinking about blooming. The impatiens, sun patients, I believe they are, they're putting on new growth. You know, my coleus that I moved is doing great. These are getting pushed around a little bit with the hose. I suppose this really wasn't a good spot to really do. I don't know what all. My husband wants to go ahead and put grass in here, and I said that's fine. I'll just put these flowers in pots at the end of the year if they're still alive, and you can put grass. It'll be all ready for you to seed, so it'll be nice and should be able to grow some good grass in here, and that'll be pretty. It will be really pretty because I've worked on keeping the weeds out of here as well. All right, let's move on. Oh, my black pearl pepper is doing so well. She's so pretty. I have some red ones, and these are the ones that have the seed. But unless you want to burn your fingers, make sure you wear gloves when you get these red peppers. Wear gloves, and what you do is I'll lay them on a paper towel, and I'll take a fork to hold it down and a knife in the other hand and cut them open, and then I'll scrape the seeds out, because I'd like to have some more of these because they're so beautiful in the fall. They just gorgeous in arrangements. It's for show, not for eating, because they are very, very hot. They're like 30,000. They're not as hot as like a Carolina Reaper, but they're about 30,000 on the scotum scale, or whatever they call that. I'm not real hip on all that, but I asked my friend Kevin, I said, how does these rate with some of the peppers you grow? He says, oh, mine are way hotter. He says, most of mine are like 100,000 on the scale or more. I'm like, wow. I said, I would never put my fingers on those peppers. No way. I wouldn't put them on my fingers. I wouldn't eat them. I could, no, I don't want to get burnt. I put this one up here so she could get a little more sun, and she's very happy. This Mandevilla, I love those flowers. They're so pretty. And then I put this one here. That's not where they're going to stay. I just don't know where to put them yet. And they'll be wintered over. I'm going to take them in as house plants. Oops. I've been getting seed from my impatiens, and these are the balsam impatiens. So they leave little, like these, when they get kind of yellow, you just squeeze them a little bit. Oops, they must have released their seeds. Oh wait, where are they at? Oh, no seed. Sorry, buddy. Let's see, let me get a good one here. Here's one. You squish them and they pop open. Yep, they popped open. And they release their seeds. And I've been keeping them. Now I have to go put them in my packet, because I just can't drop them. Oh, I can. There's going to be plenty more for me to get, but that's how they'll spread too. And so how easy and how cool. You know, it's like, I think your kids would get it, as long as you could keep them from it, doing it on every one of them, because you do want it to rebloom next year. You do want it to come back up next year, so, or maybe you don't. So this one, this Liguorlia, is so pretty. It's going to be so pretty back here along this, well, when it spreads, which will take it probably 2 or 3 years to really spread. But this one, I don't understand why it's not blooming. I may have to look up and do a little research on why. But it's growing very well. It grew very well, and it looks happy. So let me take this stick. I don't want to scratch. We're getting the last little room that we needed to finish down in the basement is getting, it's already sheetrocked and it's already mudded, and they're back today to sand it and finish up. I think they'll be done today, and then my husband can go in and paint and then put down the flooring and trim it up, and we'll be done with the basement. Then we're still waiting on an estimate for the upstairs, which shouldn't take long once they get started. My brother even offered to come and help. It may move along a little faster than what we think. You know, sometimes I get that feeling like this isn't mine anymore. I'm thinking about next year and what I would do in a new place. and I don't even know what the new place is going to look like and how much I'm going to have to dig up or till or whatever. But the place we looked at yesterday, it has a 20-year-old modular home on it, and it's nice. I mean, it's fine. I'm not one of those that I have to have all the fancy stuff. As long as I have a stove, an oven, a fridge, a freezer, and a washer and dryer, I'm good. I do kind of prefer front loaders though. I can get by with that. It has a lot of storage and a big kitchen, a pretty big kitchen, bigger, about twice the size of mine. And it has a bar, and then it has cabinets up top, and it goes all the way around. And I'm like, oh wow, what great storage. And the cabinets, I can reach them. I'm only 5 foot tall. I can reach them without getting on my tippy toes or grabbing one of those tongs to get it down. The only one that I can't really reach very well is over the refrigerator, and that's fine because usually we just keep like extra light bulbs and stuff like that above our refrigerator. Going to see that property. I'll try to put up a couple scenery pictures. That place, it's already got a garden planted. He was an avid gardener. He has a grapevine, grapevine on a fence, and he has berries, and he has asparagus, lots of asparagus, and he has it platted out for a garden. He has a faucet where it can draw from the pond water to water your garden. I thought that was pretty cool. It has 2 small ponds on it, but they'll need a little work. But the storage in the new place, and they've taken really good care of it. We just have to settle on a cost on how much, and that point, we're at that point and see if it works out. It may not work out. We may have to go search somewhere else. We may not be able to, but it has mature trees, beautiful evergreens, a couple real pretty evergreens in the yard. They have lilac bushes, but a lot of that stuff from around the house will have to be pulled out because it's pretty old, and it needs to be pulled out from the foundation. He has a little place, it's like a wood, where he's got a wood stove he used, and he funneled it into the garage so he could heat the garage with it. And he had 2 great big windows where he started all his plants and tomatoes, and he's got the boxes he planted in there, and he had stuff. I said, it looks like they loved this property, and she says, oh yeah, they did. And I says, if we move here, we will love it too. We will love it very much. So it would be wonderful to get back out in the country. I miss the country so much. Y'all know I grew up on a farm, just walking down the trail to the fields. It just reminded me of when I was little, walking the little roads, dirt roads to the fields and of corn or soybeans or whatever, and it just reminded me of those days. And it's just, I would love to have that back. I would love to have some of that back, and it'll be a place that'll be our forever home. All right, my battery's about to die, but I do have one more thing, my little fountain garden. I showed a little bit of it, but I moved that celosia out from that pot too, brought her out, and she's doing good. It's just a lot of things are a little bit wind blown today, so they're kind of a little crooked, but they'll pop back up. I'll help them a little bit get started, and I really like this. And look how pretty this cosmos is. It's so much better than the ones in the garden. This is the same variety, same seed that I planted in the garden, and this one's doing so beautifully on the trellis. I really like it. It's just kind of simple. All right, well, how's Mrs. Hibiscus doing today? It looks like she has a bloom. Look at all these buds. Oh my goodness. And she needs to be in the ground so badly. And look, her leaves are getting brown too. I need the clippers. Anyway, she has a bloom around here. Let's get her turned around so we can see it. No need to hide. She has 2 blooms. There she is. Oh, just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous dinner plate. This is the Luna Rose. And she's just so pretty. So pretty. Look, even her little thing is red. I never noticed that before. That's so pretty. Oh my goodness, how pretty. Alright, and these are about to bloom. This has been ate up. I've sprayed it with BT because I think it's worms. It looks like worms on my, I may have to just cut them off so that I can make sure no others are getting bit, because sometimes you can't tell. If you don't cut them off, you can't tell if something's still in there. I'm wishing you guys a very wonderful day. No, get out of there and lose Simba. No, 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 stay out. Sorry, Simba was trying to get into our guy's truck, back of the truck. I'm like, no, don't do that. Anyway, I'm wishing you a very happy day, and I hope your gardens are all looking beautiful. Have a great time gardening, you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.